We're looking at Mickey Walker, a fighter whom many boxing experts have ranked as the greatest middleweight in the entire history of boxing. Mickey has decided to move up on the heavyweight division. He's only 5 foot 7 inches tall and weighs 167 pounds. Compared to the 200-pound giants in the heavyweight division, Mickey is at a distinct disadvantage. But this is no ordinary middleweight. This is the fighter they've nicknamed the Toy Bulldog. This is the fighter who rocketed through the welterweight and middleweight division as champion of the world. Let's take a look at how Mickey combines his training with the fun of the Charleston. And now we're looking at heavyweight contender Jack Sharkey. One of the reasons that Jack looks to be in such magnificent condition is that just 5 weeks ago he fought Max Schmeling for the world's heavyweight title and lost as a result of a low blow in the middle of the 4th round. After that disappointing conclusion, Jack signed immediately for a 15-round fight with Mickey Walker, as he felt he was in the best condition of his entire career. As we go to the scene of the fight, Sharkey enters the ring and walks over to shake hands with the comparatively tiny Mickey Walker. To no one's surprise, Jack is a 2.5 to 1 favorite, particularly over the 15-round distance, where his 35-pound weight advantage should be most telling. Now the fighters are getting the referee's final instructions. As we go to round 1, Sharkey, on the left, moves out quickly and goes into a clinch with Walker. If the fight goes the limit of 15 rounds, both men realize it's going to be a long, tough evening. It certainly isn't difficult to distinguish Walker from Sharkey. There's half a head difference between the two. Newspaper reporters said that Walker would look puny next to Sharkey, but not one of them said he didn't have a chance. Everyone knows not to underestimate this superb little fighter. As Mickey charges in, Sharkey will land a hard right. That was the best punch of the round. Round 1 was awarded to Sharkey by a slight margin for the more effective punches landed. In rounds 2, 3, and 4, Sharkey put more pressure on Walker, forcing the fight and scoring heavily to Mickey's body in the clinches. Walker did his best work with his jolting left hook, which landed frequently throughout the past 3 rounds. Here in round 5, we see Sharkey, still the aggressor, punching and using that weight advantage in the clinches. Watch this flood of punches by Sharkey on the inside. Mickey shoots a left hook, which misses, and the momentum sends him to the canvas. Scored correctly as a slip. Mickey was born in Elizabeth, New Jersey on July 13th, 1901. He's 30 years old and has had 112 professional fights. He turned professional at the age of 18, and fighting as a welterweight, it took very little time for the professional boxing experts to acknowledge that this was a fighter who was going to go all the way. As Sharkey comes in, Mickey will miss a right, but lands a tremendous left hook. Sharkey grabs hold of Walker. It's no secret now, the little man's punching power is the equalizer. Round 5 comes to an end with Walker winning it and showing no signs of slowing up. Round 6 was given to Mickey Walker by all 3 of the officials as he landed effectively on Sharkey from the outside and was able to stay clear of those punishing clinches. It was very early in Walker's career that the sporting press nicknamed him the Toy Bulldog, the result of his dogged determination, which accompanied his devastating attack. Mickey won the welterweight championship of the world 9 years ago, when he took that title from Jack Britton, winning a 15-round decision. Notice how Sharkey continues to clinch when Mickey starts to throw punches. Sharkey is so much bigger than Walker that this tactic, to use his weight and strength advantage on the inside, is by far his smartest strategy. Jack hopes it will pay off in the later rounds. Sharkey, using that jab, cleverly trying to keep Walker off balance. Sharkey comes in and gets hit with a short right by Walker. Jack grabs hold. Mickey won the middleweight championship of the world in December of 1926, when he took a 10-round decision from Tiger Flowers in Chicago. In June of 1931, just 4 weeks prior to this fight, Mickey relinquished the middleweight championship, stating at a press conference that he was moving in on the heavyweight division. Watch this left and jolting right by Mickey. It was punches like that which won 2 world's titles for Walker. Sharkey jabs. He wants to keep Walker off balance with that long left. No one thought Walker could exchange punches with Sharkey prior to the fight, but so far, there's been little difference between the two. Rounds 8, 9, and 10 were very even, with Walker gaining a slight advantage on harder punching. Both men scored with equal effectiveness on the inside, but Walker jolted Sharkey with sharp left hooks. The 29-year-old Sharkey was born in 1902 in Binghamton, New York. Jack had his first professional fight in 1924 when he knocked out Billy Muldoon in 1 round in Boston. Since that time, he has moved up the ladder of the heavyweight division until now he is worldly recognized as the #1 challenger for Max Schmeling's heavyweight title. Sharkey jabs, and then clinches. A fighter of less ability than Walker would get frustrated, but Mickey's in there determined to beat the big man. Mickey will miss a left hook, and Sharkey grabs hold to clinch. Walker throws a left, but Sharkey smothers it and forces Mickey backwards. Watch closely as Walker catches Sharkey with a beautiful uppercut. Mickey will bull Sharkey into the ropes and land a torrent of tremendous punches. This fearless little bundle of dynamite is actually taking the play away from Sharkey. You have to see it to believe it. When Sharkey had only 3 years of professional experience, he took on the former light heavyweight champion of the world, Mike McTeague, and scored a startling 12-round knockout. His next victim was the fine heavyweight Jim Maloney, who fell in 5 rounds before Jack's fists. He knocked out Jack Delaney in 1, and then startled the boxing world with a 3-round knockout over Tommy Loughran. Round 11 ends with Walker taking it on the strength of that barrage of punches landed in the middle of the round. In rounds 12 through 14, Sharkey used his great weight advantage, scoring heavily when the two men got in close, while Walker scored with equal effectiveness with his combinations to the body and head. Going into this 15th and final round, there's a general consensus of opinion that the decision could hang in the balance for whoever wins these final 3 minutes. Sharkey presses forward to grab. He doesn't want to give Mickey any punching room. As the final bell rings, the two men affectionately congratulate each other on a tremendous performance. Announcer Joe Humphreys raises both arms, signifying to the crowd that this fight has ended in a draw. Little Mickey Walker holds heavyweight champion-to-be Jack Sharkey to a 15-round draw in one of the greatest fights of the century.